Ever pondered upon the nature of your existence? What if everything around you is a simulation? Welcome to the fascinating exploration of reality, a concept that is as elusive as it is intriguing. Reality, as we understand it, is the sum total of our experiences, all perceived through our senses. We see, we hear, we touch, we smell, and we taste. These five senses form the bedrock of our understanding of the world around us. They provide us with a tangible, concrete framework for existence. But what if this framework is not as solid as we think it is? Enter simulation theory, a mind-boggling proposition that kicks the legs out from under our conventional understanding of reality. This theory suggests that our reality might not be real at all, but artificial. It proposes that we could be living in a sophisticated simulation, a digital construct created by a highly advanced civilization or consciousness. Imagine for a moment a world where every blade of grass, every drop of water, every star in the sky is just a line of code in an incredibly complex program. Each one of us merely characters playing out our roles in this grand simulation. Sounds like science fiction, right? But here's the kicker. Some of the brightest minds of our time, from physicists to philosophers, are taking this theory seriously. And they're finding more and more evidence that suggests our reality might not be as real as we think it is. So what does this mean for us? Could our lives, our memories, our hopes and dreams be a part of some grand cosmic play? Are we just characters playing our parts in an advanced simulation? Well, the answers to these questions are far from simple, and they take us down a rabbit hole of philosophical and scientific inquiry. So are we just characters playing our parts in an advanced simulation? Let's delve into the origins of this thought-provoking theory. The simulation theory isn't a product of the 21st century. It has been around for quite some time. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Imagine ancient Greece, where the philosopher Plato was questioning the nature of reality. He proposed the allegory of the cave, suggesting that our perception of reality might be as flawed as prisoners who spend their whole lives in a cave, believing the shadows on the wall are all there is to the world. Fast forward to ancient China, where philosopher Zhuangzi dreamt he was a butterfly. Upon waking, he questioned if he was a man who dreamt he was a butterfly, or a butterfly, now dreaming it is a man. His musings highlighted the ambiguity between dreams and reality, a concept that resonates with the simulation theory. Now let's leap forward to the 20th century. A term called simulism was coined by Daniel Fraga. Simulism, as he proposed, is the belief that reality is a simulation and our consciousness is a part of this complex program. This marked a crucial point where the philosophical concept of a simulated reality got a concrete term. As we moved into the 21st century, the simulation theory began to evolve. Technological advancements allowed us to create virtual realities and simulations that feel eerily real. This development led some to think, if we can create such vivid simulations, could we ourselves be living in one? The simulation theory has come a long way from ancient philosophical musings to a modern scientific concept. It's no longer just philosophers who are questioning the nature of reality. Scientists are now joining the conversation, examining the quantum world for clues that might suggest we're living in a simulation. As technology advanced, so did the theory. Now it's not just philosophy, but science has started to provide evidence in support. Quantum mechanics, a field that often defies our intuition, offers some riveting clues. Let's delve into two key phenomena that theorists have connected to the simulation theory: the double-slit experiment and quantum entanglement. Firstly, let's talk about the double-slit experiment. In this experiment, particles like photons or electrons are fired through two slits and observed on a screen behind. Now, if we're living in a straightforward physical world, you'd expect these particles to act like tiny bullets, creating two bands corresponding to the slits. However, they don't. They create an interference pattern, as if they're waves, not particles. But here's the kicker: if you observe which slit the particle goes through, it behaves like a particle again, creating just two bands. This is called wave-particle duality, and it's as if the particle changes its behavior based on whether it's being watched or not. Quite mind-boggling, isn't it? Next up is quantum entanglement, another puzzle in the quantum world. This is when two particles become linked, and the state of one will instantly affect the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. This defies the laws of classical physics and seems to operate outside the constraints of time and space. Albert Einstein famously referred to it as spooky action at a distance. So how does this tie into simulation theory? Some theorists suggest these phenomena could be the result of computational shortcuts. If reality is a simulation, It might be programmed to conserve resources by only calculating certain properties when they're observed, like in the double-slit experiment. With quantum entanglement, the immediate connection between particles could be explained by them being linked in the underlying code of our reality. These scientific findings pose more questions than answers. Could they be glitches in our programmed reality? But it's not just the microcosm of quantum mechanics. Our minds also provide evidence. Let's consider two intriguing phenomena: Deja vu and the Mandela effect. Both of these experiences are common, yet they defy conventional explanations, leading some to suggest they could be evidence of glitches or updates in our simulated reality. Deja vu, a French term meaning already seen, is a feeling of familiarity, of having experienced the present situation before. It's as if time has folded in on itself, and for a moment we're living in a momentary echo of the past. But how is this possible? Could it be a glitch in the programming of our simulated reality? An unintentional repeat of a previous scene? Then we have the Mandela effect. This term was coined after a large number of people remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison during the 80s, despite the fact that he lived until 2013. This collective misremembering of events isn't limited to Mandela's death. There are countless instances of shared false memories. Some remember the children's book series as the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstain Bears. Others recall a famous line from the movie Star Wars as, "Luke, I am your father," when the actual line is, "No, I am your father." These aren't simply cases of bad memory, these are shared memories experienced by large groups of people that don't align with our recorded history. Are these collective misrememberings simply mistakes? Or could they be updates in our simulated reality? Changes in the code that didn't fully overwrite our memories? Of course, these are just theories. Both déjà vu and the Mandela effect could have purely psychological explanations, yet the possibility that they could be signs of our simulated reality is intriguing. These shared, false memories and feelings of having lived through the present situation might be more than just quirks of the human mind. They could be signs of our simulated reality. So, are we living in a simulation? The answer might not be as straightforward as we'd like. We've explored the concept of reality and the origins of the simulation theory. We've looked at how quantum mechanics, with its perplexing double-slit experiment and the baffling phenomenon of quantum entanglement, offer tantalizing hints towards the possibility of a programmed universe. We've also delved into the phenomena of déjà vu and the Mandela effect, which seem to suggest glitches in our perceived reality. But what does it mean if we are indeed living in a simulated reality? It's a mind-bending proposition, to say the least. It challenges our perceptions of existence, suggesting that everything we know, everything we experience might just be lines of code in a cosmic program. It also opens up a Pandora's box of philosophical and ethical questions. If we're in a simulation, who or what is running it, and why? Yet it's crucial to remember that the simulation theory, as intriguing as it is still just that, a theory. There are valid counter-arguments and limitations. For instance, it's been argued that simulating an entire universe down to the quantum level would require unimaginable computational power far beyond anything we can currently comprehend. Furthermore, we still lack any definitive empirical evidence to support this idea. It's also worth noting that even if we are in a simulation, it doesn't necessarily negate the reality of our experiences. As philosopher and cognitive scientist Daniel Dennett once said, "If it seems like it's real, it is real. If it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it is a duck." Whether we live in a simulation or not, this theory challenges us to question our perception of reality and pushes the boundaries of our understanding of the universe. After all, isn't the quest for knowledge and understanding what fuels our curiosity and drives us forward? Whether we're coded characters in a cosmic program or not, the journey of discovery continues.